Dagger, good morning. How's it going, Dagger? So I'm still on BT Internet here, Dagger, because me Leela is in, but I'm waiting for... I need a longer network cable that I've got coming today from Amazon to reach from the Leela box to go round my room and where my router plugs in. But we've done a speed test on the wireless already using their router that they've currently left plugged in, because obviously they have to plug it in and test it. So we've done a speed test, and I'm on my tablet down here alone, I'm getting over 500 meg. So the truth will be when I shove it in wired, and I'm getting the gig or whatever I'm supposed to be getting, which I've got to wait for this cable so I can get my own router plugged in. But from a bog standard router that they supply, which we all know, routers that ISP supply are a bag of crap normally. Even my lad upstairs, he's getting 100 upstairs in his bedroom. He's connected to it, and he's connected his Xbox, and he's getting 190 odd meg download, which is about 5 times better than what he got before. But yeah, it's all in, it's all neat and tidy. I've just got to, like I say, wait for this cable, and then just sort out a bit more cable management around the room to where all my network cables come in. So we're still on the BT one at the moment. I've not got that turned off, because that is wired, and my PS5 is wired, especially with my streaming. But once I get this cable and I get it all sorted, I'm quite looking forward to the phone call that I'm going to have with BT later. So, Truck Driver, the American Dream, playing it on PS5 today, thanks to... Give me a second. Give me a second, if you don't mind. So, I hope I don't butcher the name, but Shemaya Ruana has very kindly supplied me with a code for this after I reached out to them on Discord, because I tested the beta of this on PC. I got given a code for the beta. I then bought it on Xbox, but Xbox streaming I'm not a fan of, and I kind of said, look, I want to cover the game more, I want to stream it more. But I can't bring myself to do it on the Xbox that much. It's a bit sketchy. And very kindly supplied me with a code. So I think... No. Let me just have a look at the options, make sure they've saved from earlier. Yeah, I think they have. So, let's just... Can't kill the music, no. We'll see how it goes. General. Oh, hang on, just No, I prefer speakers. Right, let's get a new game underway, shall we? We'll do a couple of hours of this. Kill some time until my shit from Amazon turns up. I'll keep quiet for the intro because there's a bit of dialogue. There's quite a lot of dialogue in this game, and when I was playing it on Xbox yesterday in the afternoon, some of the story beats get a bit deep. Some of the story stuff and some of the dialogue, it gets a bit deep and thoughtful with some of the stuff that's going on.
An ambulance. Great. Yeah. I've never seen anything.
Get the headlights on.
This thing is huge. Let's hope we make it.
Let me know how the audio is of the engine and stuff compared to my voice.
People with us to the county. I had to be in Dallas with Nathan and Stephanie. Sorry. Aren't you supposed to have that dashboard fixed already? Could you keep your license suspended, man? Yeah.
Zodius, good morning, buddy.
Oh my God. Holy shit, what the hell was that? A tire, I think. Go left. The ambulance will take care of it. Damn! Most people in the area must have been evacuated already, right? Yeah, they must have been. Did you get in touch with the shelter? No. I'm gonna honk the horn when we get closer. Come on, let's go.
It is Zodius, yeah. It is a little indie truck sim game from the same people that bought us Truck Driver, the original Truck Driver. This is their second stab at a truck driving game. Truck Driver, the American Dream. It's got a certain charm to it, this has. The only...
When I lost my father. He was a hero in the eyes of many, but to me, just a blurred memory. My mother, Stephanie, tried to be my rock and play the role of a father, too. I'm 33, and she's still trying. I've been married for 5 years. We don't have children yet, but Linda thinks it's time. I need to get it together. I used to be a bartender, then tried working as a warehouse clerk, even as a machine operator. For most of my life, I've been a slacker. Many would call me a loser, and I wouldn't blame them. My mother keeps trying to change that. In fact, she recently spoke to my father's closest friend, Clint, a man with experience in the trucking industry. I guess she hopes that I'll follow in my father's footsteps and get my life back on track. Or at the very least, back in the driver's seat.
And make sure there's no more dialogue, and I'll fill you in on some details. Morning, Rogan. So yeah, this is Truck Driver, the American Dream. it's Tedesco's second stab at doing a truck driving game after the first one fell a bit flat. The only problem between the two games is Truck Driver, the original game, as much as it kind of didn't quite live up to expectations, the price point was better on that game than it is this, because that was around about, if I remember correctly, about 25 to maybe 30 quid tops. The issue and the backlash with this game is that they've kind of priced it as a double A, almost triple A game at 50 quid, and I've not seen it in many sales. And I beta tested this on the PC, so I reached out to the dev on their Discord, because I've been in their Discord since I tried and got invited to try the beta on PC. So I've reached out to the devs on Discord, dropped them a PM last night saying, look, I tried the beta on PC, I'd love to play it on PS5 because that's my preferential platform for streaming, and woke up this morning and they sent me a code. So thank you to Shemaya Ruiner for sending me the code. Very much appreciated, so I can get to showcase this. It's, like I say, it's not perfect, it's a bit janky, it's a bit rough around the edges at times, but it's got a bit of a charm to it. And when Sharky watched me streaming this and playing this the other day, even he could see that there was something there, just not quite probably 50 quid's worth if you can get it at the right price. But like I say, I don't think there's any physical release for this in the UK, because I've looked up physical releases on the usual websites like Amazon, Game Collection and whatnot, and Amazon have got them, but I think they're imports because they're about 70 quid for a physical edition. Then I've been on eBay, same thing on eBay, about 60 to 70 quid, and they seem to be imports from Germany or, like, you know, the continent. So I don't think there's a physical release in the UK for it yet. Whether it's going to get one, I don't know. But again, thank you for Shemaya for sending me the code so I can get to show it off. It's kind of, when I've played it the odd time that I have on Xbox and I've streamed it, as much as I don't like streaming on the Xbox that much because of the issues we have with the sound and the intermittent issues we get now and again, there is a certain charm to it, and I've enjoyed it, and it's quite chilled. But you've got to bear in mind, and even I'll admit that it's not perfect. But yeah, I mean, you can pay £80 for a AAA game these days, and it's not perfect. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things.
Okay, I'll repeat myself one more time. We're about to spend a couple of months together in this metal box. A small space we'll have to share. It'll be hard at times.
Give me a sec,
You'll need
Rogan.
to practice patience. We both will. On the plus side, we already know each other.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Keep in mind that I'll be doing my best to help you, and I expect you to do the same for me. Feel free to ask questions whenever you're unsure of something. And I know that given what happened to your father, trucks are hardly your favorite topic, but this is the job. We can also talk about him if you like.
Yeah, sure.
You and I haven't spoken in years, so sharing this cab will be challenging. On paper, this is my truck, but over the next few weeks, it's gonna be your home as well. Any questions?
For starters, we need to fill up the tank, right?
Straight down to business, eh, attaboy? That's right, we'll fuel up. But first, check the map for the nearest gas station, and then get this beast on the road.
Right, because I've got the back door open, or the patio door, because it's a bit warm. Let me just stop this door from banging. So, yeah, internet is in, Rogan, but I'm not using it at the moment. I am on the tablet that I'm watching the stream on, but I haven't got my PS5 connected to it yet. Because my PS5 is wired. And I'm waiting for a cable to come from Amazon. So I've ordered a 10-metre cable from Amazon that's going to go from the Leela box that's on the front-facing wall underneath my window. I need a network cable to go from that all the way around my room to go to my computer desk in the far corner, because that's where all my network cables come out the wall. Because when I had the house rewired many years ago, I had network points put upstairs, and all the cables come down, and they're all trunked together and all come through one hole in the wall by where my computer desk is, and then go into my router. So they're currently in my BT router, and they are wired. So I've stayed on the BT for the time being, because I've not cancelled that yet. I'll cancel that later on this afternoon or tomorrow. But yeah, it's in, and I've done a speed test on the tablet, so I'm using their router is plugged in at the moment. So their I think they call it an SDD box, which is then wired into their router and connecting to their router via wireless. At the moment, I'm getting about 500 meg. And their routers, you know what their routers are like. My lad's connected his Xbox to test it upstairs wirelessly. He's getting 200 meg. So when my other router goes in that I've bought off Amazon, I bought a TP link off Amazon. When that goes in, hopefully, for the wired connections, I'll get the 1 gig up, 1 down. And for wireless, it should be a lot stronger. So we'll have to see. So anyway, I do prefer, I'm just going to say straight off the bat, I do prefer the external view on this game. And graphic settings wise, I've got, just to show you here, you still got ads, Rogan. I'm running it at Fidelity 30. Welcome back, Rogan. So I don't know how much you heard there, but yeah, I've still got the BT wired in until the cable turns up. So when the cable turns up, I can go from the box all the way around the room, plug it into the new router that I've bought, which is a TP-Link router, and then hopefully everything will be wired. So yeah, they've got their modem plugged in at the moment, and I've got that just put underneath the window. And my lad's connected to it to test it, Rogue, and he's getting 200 meg upstairs, wireless. Which is still 5 times faster than what he was getting if he was connecting to my BT over wireless. But he's wired, like I say, because we've got network ports in the bedrooms upstairs. So, Fidelity 30 frames I'm running on this. HDR was off by default, I've turned that on. HDR nits I've left at 1000. Shadow qualities are changed to VSM. VSM provides superior quality. There may be instances where dynamic resolution is reduced. In performance mode, VSM automatically switches to standard shadow maps. But I'm running it in Fidelity anyway, so you'll see some of the lighting in this. Sharky saw something in this the other day when I was playing it. You know what he's like when he sees like the ray tracing and the shadows and the illumination and stuff. And like I say, it has got a certain charm to it, but it does. At the same time, it's got a charm to it. At the same time, it's suffering from all the usual stuff we expect and associate with stuff like this. You know, dodgy AI, the odd graphical issue. So we'll see how we go. But I do prefer external view on this. What's that, by the way? There, summon an emergency rescue. That's new, I think. Oh, excuse me. So up on the D-pad to get rid of the parking brake. Hold down on the D-pad to start the engine. Usual left stick to steer. Yeah, I think it's a TP-Link AX3000 I've got, Zodius, that I ordered off Amazon. That's sitting here waiting to be plugged in. Go to the gas station. Right, okay. I'll tell you this straight away. One thing that's blatantly evident from the minute you start this game, even in that opening intro that I've just done, it's using the DualSense adaptive triggers and feedback and haptics and everything. Don't use any of that on the Xbox version. So that's a bonus point. Right there's a bonus point.
I see that you only have a few small bags. You're the son of a truck driver after all.
Well, my wife helped.
How does she feel about this new venture of yours?
I don't really know. She wants me to have a steady job and pay the bills.
Well,
I mean, her uncle was a trucker, so I'm pretty sure she knows the drill.
keeping your family together isn't easy, believe me. But the money's good. So you'll both need to compromise to find a balance. I'm not a good example of this, but other truckers have managed to not only start a family, but also keep it together.
Why? What happened?
If you weren't Charles's son, I'd probably tell you it's none of your goddamn business. But there'll be plenty of time to talk about it. Just not right now, okay?
Okay.
How far does it want me to go for the gas station? Yeah, cab view is a bit weird. It's a bit there's Clint. I mean, they aren't. It's got no licensed trucks in this either, so dashboard and everything looks a bit ropey. I mean, it's no ETS or ATS this, but you know, I think at the current moment in time, as a trucking sim goes for console, it's probably the best we've got. Maybe until we Alaskan truck sim releases finally for console, which was supposed to be, I think, spring or summer. I do still quite like that logistics one as well, but I've not been on that for a while because they had quite an ambitious roadmap, didn't they? If I remember correctly, from what they were posting online. This is what you'll get with the AI as well. They'll beep at you as if like to go. And then you get these that are just stationary at a green light, so I'm going to go round them. And I've gone the wrong way, have I? Oh, I haven't. Thought I'd gone the wrong way. I did a job on this yesterday on the Xbox version that was dead long as well. The drive was so long.
Ever parked a semi-truck at a gas station before?
Nope.
Alright, let's see what you got. Don't worry, I'll help if needed.
Okay.
I ordered a cable from Amazon ready for my internet going in, but not because I didn't realise where they were going to need to put the actual box. It's not worked out long enough because I thought they could have put it where I was estimating they were going to put it, but they can't. They have to put it on the front of the wall. So I was literally about 2 meters short. He did say before he left though, because all your password and everything's on the back for your logging in. I was like, okay, that's for logging into their router. I said, but if I use my own router and I just plug my own router in, it just works, doesn't it? And he goes, oh, I don't know, I think your phone customer service. He goes, oh, my boss's had Leela fitted. And he said he literally plugged his router in and it was plug and play. So we'll see. And these routers now, when you used to have to plug them into a network and then log in with an IP address, I've got an app now on my phone. A Tether app. Right, wants me to go to the shopping mall, does it? Go to the shopping mall centre.
I think he did great. Now it's set to the depot.
What are we hauling, by the way?
You won't always know exactly what you're transporting. It's rare, but you should keep it in mind. Sometimes the company just tells you to get the cargo from point A to point B, and that's it. But right now, we'll be taking a trailer to a repair shop.
All right.
Okay, I've got to go back round. The thingy, the nav points didn't come up. And I'd already set off. Or maybe I should have waited for the dialogue to finish. Oi. Hey, up, what's that? What the hell? You'll see what I mean already about when I say it's not perfect, but kind of like a nice, easy game to pick up and play. And it's had a few updates since it launched as well, because the trucks used to feel like, and used to handle like used to handle like go-karts. But now they've got a bit more weight to them now. I think I'm about 9 hours in on the Xbox, and I've only just acquired a second truck. It's in a lot better state than it was when it launched, because I think I remember the community guy streaming this a couple of days before launch when it came out, and he had issues and had to knock the stream on the head about an hour and a half in. So where's the trailer? OT in front.
We're here. See that blue trailer over there?
Yep.
That's the one we're taking to the shop.
I think so, Zurius, yeah. Let me just. Wonder how the daughter's getting on today. With experience with the wife. There's been a few times when I played this on Xbox as well. The lighting has gone all bizarre, but I think it's scripted. I think it's for scripted moments, where it's suddenly gone from like day to night or vice versa.
Hey, not bad. That's a great start. I'm getting flashbacks.
About what?
How the good old days. Your father, being young. Over the years, I've driven with hundreds of young truckers, but with you, it's different.
Yeah,
I feel like we'll have a lot to talk about over the next few weeks.
we'll see.
Relax. There's no pressure. It's just a hunch.
How long you been driving?
Let's just say that I've already celebrated my Ruby anniversary, and I'm working towards the Sapphire one.
Man, it's a long time.
Over 3.5 million miles, my friend. And did the majority of them without AC or any of today's fancy gadgets.
How long have you had this truck?
This baby's pretty new. She'll be 5 in September.
Shift your ass. Yeah, we've had them at my works before, and they just end up as being joeys. They get to us how to do all the little mundane shit that the other staff just pass down. Yeah, give it to them. Give it off, because she guts it to all else, and you'll have none left.
Hello? Oh, hey, Stephanie. He's doing great, don't worry. Yeah, everything's fine. The boy's got gasoline in his blood. Like father, like son. Of course I'll take care of him, Stephanie. Don't worry about a thing. He's in good hands. Ah, there's no need to thank me. I think we'll get along just fine. It's all good. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, don't worry. We'll make sure we get enough rest. Bye now.
Sorry about that. She's so overprotective.
She's your mother. Plus, after all she's been through, she has the right to be overprotective.
Yeah, but calling you to check up on me is a bit much.
Well,
I'm not 5 anymore. I can take care of myself.
yeah, but when you were 5, she was the only one who took care of you. And it wasn't easy for her.
And now she wants you to take care of me. God.
Just to watch over. Come on, it's not that big a deal.
If you say so.
Well, just drive.
I should have had some food before I'm alive because I'm a bit peckish. Why are you getting it then? What? Hey? How? Could have done myself something when the Wheeler guys were here, but I felt guilty doing myself like a cheese and bacon sarnie and they were here. To be fair, I haven't even looked at what work they've done outside the house yet. Because they did quite a lot of work outside when they were doing whatever they were doing with the cables. I haven't even looked at the work they've done outside the house in terms of how tidy it is. You know, how well have they buried the cable, etc. But they were having trouble outside because they were, I think they're only supposed to take an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. But they were here for quite a while because they got some generator with them and it kept breaking down. It says an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. But then people I've spoken to at work have gone, oh yeah, they were in and out of my place but in an hour. But here, they kept having issues with some generator and I could hear him on the phone effing and jeffing going mad because nothing was working. I was like, oh my god, it's just doomed, isn't it? This is just doomed to fail this. I'll tell you what, that adaptive trigger for the accelerator is giving me finger a workout. Oof.
Nathan. So far, so good, my boy. Let's park next to the red lowboard.
Let's put the
Okay.
full beam on. The laid-back trainer trophy earned. So you get XP and you get money. Don't know, Zodius. Because Leela put their own cables down all over the area. So I don't know whether they would kind of like use existing cables that were already there. If in theory that, you know, all the badges, the labels and the grid covers and stuff or whatever are all labelled as Leela. Because they all put their own stuff down because they're a kind of a relatively new company. And I'm always dubious about going with new companies because I was one of the first people to try out Sky Broadband when Sky dipped their finger in the broadband pie. And I remember Sky promising me speeds I couldn't get. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't get how they're promising me these speeds because the exchange that I'm connected to, but this is in the days of when it used to go through a telephone line. through a phone exchange. So I knew what the phone exchange was capable of. And I was like, I don't know how they're promising me them speeds. They must be off the rocker, because the exchange that I'm connected to has a maximum of 4 meg. Remember those days? Jesus, 4.5 meg. And yet they were promising me 8 meg. And I'm like, that's impossible. And I almost had to take them to court to get it cancelled, because they kept refusing to cancel, saying that I was tied into a contract. And I'm like, no, you've lied to me. You've told me I was going to get speeds I'm not capable of getting any given, any day of the week. So yeah, I don't know how that would work, but yeah. I'm always dubious about new companies, like I say, but they have been going a number of years now, and I know about 4 people at work who've got it, and they all swear by it, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm going with it. 4 fibre straight into the house, boom.
So how you doing? You tired yet?
I'm alright, I guess.
Let's go to Carrie's. Do you know the place?
No. What is it? A bar?
Oh, it's a great spot to catch some Z's. I've been going there forever.
What's it called exactly?
Carrie's Rest Stop.
Okay, I'll load it into the GPS.
Man, I'm starving. Let's hope they have more than just grilled cheese today.
Why don't we stop by the supermarket and pick something up, just in case?
Nah. I'm sure that Emily will make something good. Then we can grab a beer and catch up.
I could eat for sure, but let's catch up some other time, alright? I'm tired.
Alright, whatever you say, young man. We'll have plenty of time to catch up.
Sorry about that.
Don't be silly. I might be pushing things a bit. Besides, nowhere in the rule book does it say that you have to drink and chat with Clint after dinner. But you're not just some random stranger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hello?
There's my night on 18 wheels. How's your first day going?
Alright, I guess. Go on, Linda, I'm driving.
I just wanted to say hi, see how you were doing.
I'm doing great. I'll call you when I get off the road.
2 things, my boy, if you allow me.
Go on.
You just lost about $2,000.
Oh, the phone, right?
Well, at least you quickly figured out what you did wrong. But remember, when you're behind the wheel, your earpiece is your best friend. The fine for talking on your phone while driving can be as much as $11,000.
Okay, I'll make it a habit.
It's important that you do, for yourself, your wallet, and the other drivers on the road. And another thing, I overheard you talking to your wife. It's probably none of my business. But is that how you normally talk to each other?
Listen, that's for another time.
Okay.
Right, let's start the engine. Can I get out in front or no? No, I think I'll spin it round. I would put the radio on, but it's got a streamer mode, this has, so I would imagine... I don't think I could copyright strike, they'll probably just mute the VOD. So find a spot to sleep and relax for a while. Now, when I did play this on Xbox as well, it didn't give me chance to get to this rest stop before my guy got too tired and lost control of the truck. So let's see how this pans out now. I know. My boss at work, when he did his, he said obviously they've got to get the cable from the public footpath out the outside, and then come up his drive. And they did something with his drive, and he said, and he told me they did a cracking job, considering he said to them, "Luke, you know, whatever you have to do, just make sure this drive looks like this when you're finished, or the missus will go mad." And they were dead good for him, apparently. I've not been outside and checked yet. Now, so if I can get here before he falls asleep. Because this is fair drive, this. I can't figure out where the tiredness indicator is on the hood. Come on, arsehole, move. Oh wait, is that what it is? Ah, okay. Right, so need hurry up then. Thanks, Zodius. Have you looked that up, or did you just spot it and assume? It's easily missed, that isn't it, with it being embedded within the map, rather than being like a different icon that looks like a bed or something. I hope this is it in front. Yes. Just about going to make this.
Man, I'm starving. Emily, you're my only hope.
Clint, once again, I'm sorry. It's like the 19th time today, and I know I'm not exactly the best company.
It's all good. Let's grab a bite to eat and get some rest, all right?
Yeah, 1% left, just in the nick of time. And press the triangle to go to sleep. There you go, a few hours later.
I'm such an idiot, confused, insecure, and inconsiderate. I called Linda and offered her my apology for the umpteenth time of the day. She was out with the girls. I haven't taken her out in months. I love her, I guess, but our feelings towards each other grow colder every day. Linda wants us to move forward in our relationship, and me, I'm just a confused loser, going with the flow at a snail's pace. For what it's worth, I did have a good first day behind the wheel. Clint's a cool guy. I have a feeling of accomplishment that I haven't felt in quite a long time. Are we hauling fruit?
Yeah, I spoke to the dispatcher after breakfast. Head to National Fruit and Vegetable Wholesale now. The trailer's loaded. Once we hook it up, we'll be heading to supermarkets in Henryville and Jamaietown.
Okay, I'm on it.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, this place is cool. Thanks for showing it to me.
Some nights will be rougher.
Where are we staying tonight?
You'll see. Keep your eyes on the road for now.
Right, let me just... Because I am positive this mission, when I did it on Xbox, had me doing it arse about face when I did it. Had me going up there when really I should have gone down here first. But we'll do what we'll go with it. We'll go with the flow. We'll see what it wants to do. Oh no, see, look. Right, wait. It had me doing this. When I was parked up over there, there was only one red line showing, and that was wanting to go up that way. Now I've got to here, when I'm about to pull off this bar, there's a red line telling me to go south. So, let's have a look. I don't know what to do. Well, it says the yellow marker is the drop-off point. But no, it can't be, because that's where I am. I'm going to risk doing it the other way. I'm going to risk this. Because I'm sure when I did this mission on Xbox, I went up north first. I got there and there was nothing to do, nothing to pick up. If I mess it up, I mess it up. At least we'll know. Twitch, good afternoon. Alright, thanks, Switch. Not bad, not bad. Think I've done it wrong. Think I'm supposed to go up north first to trigger something. Because nothing's happening here. So it must have wanted me to go up north first to trigger it, then to come down here. Yeah, I'm such a douche. Right, okay. Okay, at least we know. Let's go then. Right, we'll drive it like we stole it now then, if we get up there as quick as we can. We've got to be mindful of my energy again. Let me just, does it actually tell me what these places are, or not? I mean, that's the client, isn't it, so... It says it's the client. Nice switch, nice. Do you know what I mean about the drives being quite long as well? And I haven't really covered that many roads yet. I've got a ton of map I haven't touched in the 9 hours I played that I've put in on Xbox.
That handsome fellow in white and red is our cargo. Our fellow truckers parked like cavemen.
Yeah, down.
All right, then. Let's see how you handle this situation. And be honest if you're feeling insecure about parking here.
No problem. I got this.
I don't recall that happening in the Xbox version. This trucker being in the way. I'm gonna mess that up because I was too busy looking at the indicators.
I know I've said it already, but one thing's for sure. You are Charles' son. I can tell that you're gonna make one hell of a driver.
Thanks, Clint.
Tonight, it's my treat again. Do you like jokes?
I like hearing them.
Yeah, your dad sucked at telling jokes too.
That's not what my mom says.
That's why they fell for each other back in the day. I'm just joking.
All right. Let's hear that joke you wanted to tell me.
Okay. A trucker is hauling penguins when a police officer pulls him over and says, "What are you doing? You need to take those penguins to the zoo. Here's some directions." The next day, the officer sees the same trucker in the same truck hauling more penguins. The officer pulls him over and says, "Didn't I tell you to take those penguins to the zoo?" The trucker replies, "I did, and it was a lot of fun. Today I'm taking them to the movies."
You should teach me how to tell a joke.
It's not something you can teach, my boy. You either have it, or you don't.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Are you hungry? Thirsty? If you need anything, just let me know.
Will do.
I was driving with this girl once. Poor thing. She was too shy to even tell me when she had to pee.
Did she toughen up over time?
Oh yeah. And she ended up making a pretty damn good career as a trucker. I might not be much of a reader, but after all those years on the road, being around all sorts of characters, I know how to read people well. Most young rookie truckers get a case of beginner's jitters.
You can wait.
They don't know
Yeah,
how
I
to
didn't
act
beat you on me, you arsehole.
big, scary old man. I found it's most important to just be there for them during these times. Make them comfortable. Help set their mind at ease.
Uh-huh.
Of course, there needs to be a balance between getting them to warm up to you and still understand who's the boss. You shouldn't forget that I'm the trainer, and they're the trainee.
I imagine that you learned that from experience.
Learn what? To keep the right distance from the trainees.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's get some momentum going, get up this hill, Jesus. Okay, for fuel, 68% energy. Move it.
That's us. Let's drop off the fruit.
Okay.
Is it not in properly? Do I need to get it in a bit more now? What we're saying? Yeah, that's all I need to do. Now I've got to deliver the food to Major's Food Shop in Jamestown. Right. No lights here, is it? It's just a junction. Is my energy alright? Yeah, 59. Fuel's alright. I feel weight difference here, you know.
I had a girl from this area years ago. Drop dead gorgeous.
So, what happened?
A man who isn't gone weeks at a time and who comes home every night out. I told you, it's hard building and keeping a relationship when you spend decades on the road.
Isn't there a recipe or something? Don't you truckers talk to each other?
We do.
And?
People are different, my boy. We all have different values, mindsets, and needs. Just because it worked out between Bruce from Jamaietown and his lady, doesn't mean his advice will help John from Oregon keep his relationship together.
Yeah, I see.
I got a bit worked up, I'm sorry. We'll talk again.
No problem.
Damn, I'm spent.
Lie down. We've got time for a quick nap.
That's not how things work out here. There's no way I'll just hop in the back and snooze while you're behind the wheel.
I get it. I'm still learning.
You are. Look, if I happen to doze off, wake me up straight away, okay?
Will do.
Once we take the delivery to Jamaietown, I'll get a coffee, and then I'll take you to a new place.
Awesome.
Ooh. See, I don't know whether rest in a minute. Because I'm on 54% and I'm pretty sure that when I did this before, I haven't got enough energy to drive back and rest. I should be alright. I shouldn't need to rest. I mean, I think this is it up ahead, isn't it? So if I'm going to make the decision to rest, I need to make it now. I'm on 50%. 49. We'll run with it. Muffins. How are you? Oh, yeah, okay. It's alright, Muffins. It's a nice, chilled game to play. The only issue I had with this game was the price. It's a little bit priced. Overpriced, I think. Which is why I asked if I could have a key for it, because I tested the beta version of it on PC. I bought it on Xbox, but I got it for a good price on Xbox. But on PlayStation, which is my preferred streaming platform, it's still really expensive everywhere. So I cheekily asked if I could have a key to cover it on PlayStation, and they gave me one. So big thanks to Shemaya for that over at Sedesco. But when they've been kind enough to give me the key, I'll play it and I'll stream it, because I've always wanted to anyway. It's just that the streaming on Xbox is a little bit ropey. Not on this one, no. On this one you can't. On the Alaskan truck driving one you can, which is out on PC at the moment and supposed to be coming to consoles at some point. That's the one that's got survival aspects to it as well, where you've got to eat, you've got to sleep, you've got to drink, you've got to repair the truck. You have to do everything manually as well, so when you're attaching trailers, you're outside the truck and you're attaching all the cables and stuff. Bloody hell. Lost some momentum there. Vam, good afternoon, buddy. Them cars in front, how they've got like, some look like they've got LED bright white headlights, and this one's got the old style yellow headlights. It's a weird little touch. Stop beeping at me, arsehole. In there?
Perfect. As soon as you park, I'll run out to get a coffee. Do you want anything?
If they have any of that cricket candy.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, Van, thanks. Alright, mood fruit. How are you? Go to Furious Delivery Company's garage, which is just round the corner. So, ooh. So you. Yes. SnowRunner, I've got the PS5, PS4 version, but it obviously had the free upgrade to the PS5. Breakpoint I've still got on PS4. Gran Turismo Sport, I think I bought digitally anyway, so I've still got that. I haven't got it installed, but I've still got it. But I think they've turned the servers off, haven't they? On Gran Turismo Sport. So you can only really do the single player stuff now. I'm sure they killed the servers for any of the multiplayer stuff. Yeah, I Google it, fam. I'm sure they killed the servers either this year or late last year.
The trailer, and then what?
I'm wide awake now, so you could grab a beer in town. But the spot I want to take you is pretty far away, so let's just head there.
Where is this place exactly? You've been keeping me on my toes all day.
Does the name Rosalia mean anything to you?
It reminds me of Sabrina. My mother used to listen to her a lot when I was little.
Oh, your father loved her too. Rosalia is a wonderful motel I've been going to for years. It's pretty far away. The nature around it is remarkable. The address is already in the GPS.
Okay, that sounds good.
Ah, there you go. Parking brake and then just press triangle once. It said if you hold the triangle, just auto park the truck, you lose XP. But you've got to stop the engine, put the parking brake on, and then just tap triangle, and it lets go. So now if I start the engine again. So 26% left. He wants me to go to the Rosalia Motel. I hope there's a rest point there then. Give him that meat now then. He left half for him. Right, just have a quick nosy in the garage before I set off. So, I don't think I can buy any more trucks yet. Locked. Yeah, I was about 9 hours in on the Xbox and so it let me get another truck. But I can get... Oh, I can't do upgrades either. Can't do anything yet. Oh no, it's because I'm not on my right truck, you pillock. There you go. So can do repairs, doesn't need any. Add-ons. Paint jobs.
Do you watch sports?
Sure. I watch the other football. You know, the European one. Soccer.
It seems to be getting more and more popular here, too. We should watch a game together sometime.
What's your favorite sport?
I mainly watch basketball and baseball. Back in school, I was a forward on the local basketball team. Your father and I used to love watching basketball. The Tigers were our favorite team. I still remember the final game against the Magpies in 1985. Mitchell Jordine had a serious injury, and they were trailing by 1 point. Then a split second before the end, he nailed a spectacular game-winning jumper. I'm sure the fans of both teams were on the edge of their seats, bowing to Jordine's talent. It was poetry in motion.
Well, it seems like you're still very much into it.
Sometimes I get emotional during a game. I turn into a different person.
Have you traveled outside of the U.S.?
No, I haven't had the privilege.
Yeah, me neither. But I would love to go to Europe, especially Greece and the Scandinavian countries.
Are you trying to combine the hot summer sun in Greece with the frosty winters in Finland?
No. When I was a boy, my mother introduced me to Scandinavian and Greek mythology. They both made a huge impression on me. Besides, the Finnish have their own system of beliefs, although they do share some similarities with Scandinavian mythology.
Oh, so you're an expert.
No, not at all. But when I was a kid, the stories from the two mythologies helped me to escape in my own little world. When times were tough, they would take my mind to a more interesting and positive place. Since then, I've read bits and pieces on the topic. I'm no expert, but I'm a big fan. Although, the difference in climate you mentioned sounds like a nice bonus. But I have no idea how I could ever afford such a trip.
One step at a time, my boy. If you embrace this job, over time, money will start flowing in.
No muffins. Clint is a friend of Nathan's dad. He worked the trucks with him back in the day.
And where do you live?
The Oak Valley Farm. My brother and I are co-owners.
Cool.
My brother owns the greater share, but I have a percentage in it. He takes care of pretty much everything. Actually, tomorrow we have an order for the farm. But I'll give you more details at dinner or tomorrow morning. We need to kick back a bit now. We began our journey at full throttle, but we should slow down every now and then.
Yeah, it's been good so far. I feel accomplished. Frankly, I wasn't expecting much, but I think your attitude and fast-paced work have made for a good start.
Good, my boy. I'm glad to hear that.
So how far have I got to go? My God, it's miles away. I'm going to have to rest there, I think, on the way. Because that is miles away. Don't think I'm going to get there. Right, give me a sec. I'm back. Father-in-law's just dropped me bike off. Bike wheel, I mean. Right, let's get cracking. Let's get a cracking. Yeah, well, my bike's still at work. I left my bike at work because I got the puncher going into work on Friday morning. So the wheel, one of those wheels that you can just clip on and clip off. So I left the bike at work and brought the wheel home with me, with the intention of going up Alfred's and getting buying an inner tube. Because they're not much money in the tubes are, and the less bloody aggro than fixing punches. But then the father-in-law the wife went to father-in-law went to Dad's allotment yesterday, and he says, "Oh, you didn't need your outfits. Get that. I'll come down and get the wheel when I drop you off, and I've got loads of bike repair kits and stuff for you." So he's done it me. Just a puncture muffins, just a flat tyre. I'm going to overtake you because you're being a douche. Watching me speed up now. Yes, 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 I know. Oh, shit. Oh, don't wear lycra. Hey up, hey up. I don't do any of that. I only use it for going work and back. Because the bike I've currently got is a bike that me mate gave me. Because mine got stolen. When I was going work one morning at like 8 in the morning, I parked up at McDonald's. Or I stopped off at McDonald's, which is pretty much like right next to, on the same retail park that I'm on. And I've done it a dozen times, for grab a McDonald's brekkie. And my bike got stolen. I'd literally turned my back for less than 30 seconds, and some scroats come from around the corner, lifted the bike up over the fence, and naffed off with it. And that was a good bike as well. Paid a lot of money for that. I did it on the bike to work cycle to work scheme, and I used to, because it was a good bike, I used to use that in the summer when on my days off. I used to go for a bike down the canal. I used to love going for a bike ride down the canal and stopping off at one of the pubs on the canal and sitting there on the side of the canal bank, the river bank. But this one that my mates give me, I mean, thumbs up that my mate gave me a bike so that I still get to work, but it's not one that I would trust myself on going for a long bike ride. Because when I first got the bike that got stolen, I did a 30-mile bike ride on that to the wife's works and back. Right, I'm going to turn in here for a rest because 10% energy left. I ain't going to get there on 10%. Unless there's another sleep location somewhere up there, which there isn't. Yeah, I ain't getting up there, so we're going to turn in here for a rest, which is a shame because that's going to advance time now. It means I'm probably going to be driving again at night, and I wanted to be driving throughout the day so you can see more scenery. But when time advances now, I'm going to be sleeping driving again when it's dark, which is a pain. Oh, it's still daytime. What time are we on? Yeah, well, it's evening. Try the cab view. Let's entertain it for this stretch. Good money though, innit? Trucking, I think. I'm sure some of our drivers at work, when they were getting temps in and stuff, were on something like £25 an hour. Remember that trucking fiasco in the UK not long back, where they hadn't got enough truck drivers and they were needing to get temps and stuff in, and they were paying fortunes for them. Oh yeah, you've done it, haven't you? You used to do it. I'll take it it's better money than what you're on now then, Rogan. What you're doing airport now, aren't you? Kill that indicator. Shut up. Why did he suddenly stop? Piss off out the way. See, the AI, fix the AI on this. 1000% better straight away. They keep stopping like clowns. They take ages to go when the light's on green, and they keep stopping for random reasons. Forget all the other little quirks of the game and the little odd graphical glitch or whatever, or oddity. Fix that 1,000 times better. Get some fuel. They were honking me behind. They honk. All that beeping you could hear, that honking, is them behind, even though the lights are still red. So that's why overall the AI needs fixing, because it honks at you at red lights and then it takes forever to pull off at red lights. Oh, I didn't see him. Oh, with Vam and Zurius. Why are you wandering round, cat? Psst. Look at it, how slow it's going. Well, that should be red again in a minute. Very twisty, isn't it, this? The steering feels more rigid on this. It's a bit loose on the Xbox, I found. And because of the use of the adaptive triggers and the haptics, it feels more weighty. In my personal opinion. The trucks feel like they got more weight to them. Oof. So once you get that cop car then. Here we go, just round this corner. You can see it there in the distance. Just on the right. Nice and chilled though, this. Gotta say, nice and chilled.
About time. Here's Rosalia, Nathan.
I had a feeling that I knew this place, but I wasn't sure. I've never spent the night here, but I've definitely passed by.
There you go. You'll have your first experience in bed here.
And in the restaurant, too. I could go for a couple of juicy burgers and an apple pie for dessert.
I recommend something special if it's still on the menu.
Perfect.
What time are we on now? 37 past midnight.
We ate wild Alaskan salmon and some delicious apple pie. Clint is a kind man who I've managed to meet at what seems to be the perfect time in my life. Being on the road just feels right to me. I spoke with Linda as well. We rarely see eye to eye about anything or act warm towards each other anymore. But I hope we can find a way to make it work.
Right, I'm just gonna go to the loo. Right, I'm back. The Farm, Motel Rosalia, New York State. Skill point acquired. You have enough experience points to unlock your first skill. Press the touchpad to open the main menu. Go to the driver license sub-menu and unlock your first skill with the cross button. I was getting ahead of it then. So, licenses. So, the only one we can do... You got to do them in sequence. So you can't just like jump down and go, well, I prefer that one, so I'll have that one. You've got to work your way down. Bit like Blockbusters or Catchphrase, when you have to answer one question at the bottom and then work your way up. But in this case, down. So, eco-friendly, more efficient fuel consumption by 5%. So let's unlock that. Trophy earned there as well. PlayStation trophy earned, first of many. Not first of many trophies, I've already done a few, but first of many, that must be skill points. So we got jobs. Truck app licenses, that's pretty much it, so...
Everything good to go?
Yeah, we're ready to head to John's building supply.
Great.
What's it like out here, driving on your own for days or even weeks at a time? Don't you ever get lonely, depressed, bored?
Are you considering long-distance routes?
Not necessarily. I'm just curious about what it's like for you. As for the routes, we'll see. Time will tell.
I have no idea if my experience will be relevant for you, but I've spent many years on the road. In fact, I can't even remember what it's like not to be a trucker anymore. So my perspective is probably skewed. If nothing else, after all these years on the road, I've seen all sorts of shit.
And at the beginning, when you first started?
Well, I can't remember that far back.
That's a drop-off location there. So I'm confused, where's my pickup? Because that red line ends there. I wish they had names.
You should probably ask a younger trucker. Of course, it depends on the type of person you are. If you enjoy being on your own.
Let's have a look at the job. Go to John Building Supply Incorporated. Yakuza. I mean, this is going to be a long drive if I get this wrong, because I don't get where it's wanting me to go. It would be good if in the job description it would tell me whereabouts it is. Or if things on the on here were labelled. But we'll go. We'll get used to it.
Take care of yourself. It might be a breeze. But life in the cab of an 18-wheeler will be quite tough. And loneliness will likely be the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
Besides, we have phones nowadays. Some truckers listen to music a lot. Others bring books along to read while on break or in bed.
Thanks, Clint. I appreciate your honesty.
Anytime, my boy.
So he's still sat in the cab with me, but I know for a point.
But what do you need all that wood for?
My brother's making some renovations on the farm, so most of it will be used for repairs.
Hey, if you need any help, just let me know.
Thanks, but my brother has it all under control. As I said, he takes care of everything on the farm.
Yeah, I know for a fact he naffs off at one point, and I'm then left to do things on my own.
Do you have any memories of your father?
Only vague ones.
If you don't want to talk about it, just say so.
No, it's fine. Apart from my mother, you might be the only person I'd want to talk to about it.
Well,
Tell me a cool memory of him. Something my mom doesn't even know. Come on, Clint. All of my memories are hazy, mostly based on my mom's stories. I do remember that whenever he came home from a trip, I'd usually be in bed. He would walk in smiling and tickle my feet. I remember looking forward to it.
you meant everything to him, Nathan. Your dad was the proudest father in the world. He was always planning things for the two of you, playing basketball, rising a trunk, jogging in the morning. In such moments, his face would light up. I envied him a bit for it. I dreamt of having a son of my own when I was younger.
Tell me a cool story of the two of you together.
You probably know about his small role in Road Dimension.
Of course, but I never watched the whole movie.
It's not bad. You should give it a go when you have time. You know how
Talk
much
too
I-
much these pair do. I've just put the radio on.
The director happened to run into him and thought he'd make a good character.
Yeah, you liked the way you were smoking a cig.
Huh?
Your father was unmatched when it came to unique mannerisms. Oftentimes, he would simply light a cigarette in a bar, and the eyes of all the women there would be drawn to him.
Wow. Really?
It was the same thing that happened with the director. We were at a bistro. I think we're in Boston at the time.
And?
Your father was smoking, and he went, "Look at that guy over there, staring at me." And then that guy gets up and heads to our wing. He introduced himself and straight away said that he'd love to give your father a minor role in his next movie. Your dad froze for a moment. It's not every day that a popular film director comes up to you and offers you a role.
And then what happened?
Your father asked him what made him think he'd be right for the part, and Ted Scott, I believe his name was, said he was perfect for the opening scene, a wedding. He just liked how your dad was smoking and sipping from his glass. Of course, he must have liked his looks too. I think he got like $150 for that part.
I didn't know the details. That short scene is the only video I have of him. He almost landed a career in the movies, huh?
I don't know about that. He never got a single line of dialogue.
Yeah, I was just kidding around. But, cool story.
No, when he naffs off, obviously he's going to know. I know for a fact because I've got beyond this point on Xbox.
Sure, later on.
And then I'm on my own, so
Good for you.
the only thing I'm going to have then is the odd phone call, I think. Christmas? What? Christmas FM? What? 2 hours 16. What time are we on? Probably another hour. Zodius tops. I'll turn the radio off until he naffs off. And then I'll have the radio on when he naffs off. Enjoy the work, Zodius. Enjoy the meeting. I'm gonna get fined. It was on orange. Have I got away with it? I think I got away with that. It was on amber. Bit cool today, there's a nice breeze. No. How I joke it? Oh, it's a bit cool here in the UK. If you're in the UK, unless you're in a different part of the UK and it's very warm where you are, it's a bit overcast and there's a nice gentle breeze here at the minute. Well, so far on this as well, let me just say this. That when I streamed this a couple of nights ago, about 3 or 4 nights ago on the Xbox Series X, I had a weird issue with the lighting at one point, and I questioned it, and Sharky was in chat at the time, and I was asking the question of whether maybe it wasn't a glitch with the game, but maybe it was a scripted moment, because the bit of the story that I was doing had to be done at a certain part of night, certain part of the day, I mean. But I haven't had anything remotely like that yet on the PS5 here, with like some dodgy lighting stuff going on. I think I don't even know what I'm going to call it. The thing I use in my living room here to control the heating in my house, I think that says 22 on the front of this way from where I'm sat. Doesn't feel like it though, because of the breeze that's coming in.
Great. Come on, let's go home. If my nephews are there, I'll introduce you to them. They're around your age. After you got married, did you manage to maintain your friendships?
Not really. I've lost touch with most of my close friends. Not that there were many of them, but me and Rambir have stayed close.
Who?
Rambir is Indian. His name means honest, or maybe brave warrior, something like that.
Oh, cool. I drove a typical Indian truck years ago here in our region. I wonder if it still runs. Was he born here?
No, he's an immigrant. He came here with his parents when he was little.
Is his family from the upper castes?
Not really.
Sorry for being so nosy.
No, it's fine. Rambir's a cool guy.
What does he do?
Right now, the same as me, trying to figure out his next step in life.
You youngsters think way too much. Always calculating, never acting.
I mean, that's quite the generalization, isn't it?
It probably is. Just my personal observation. I didn't mean to offend you. Sorry.
No worries. You seem to be young at heart. I don't
Right.
feel the usual generation gap. Plus, I should be thanking you for everything you've done for me and for what you did for my mom after my dad passed.
Easy now. You're gonna make me cry, son.
Oh, here's one for you.
Did he put that on?
Just try it.
The guy I'm talking to sat in the cab with me, nurturing me into the family business. Yeah, just about. I can only turn my head so far. You can't see him because it's night time. But he is there. Trust me, he is there. I think he does. Says I'm a natural, just like my father. He says.
Play cards?
Not a big fan, really. I play video games. Linda gives me a hard time for playing too much. She says all I ever do is walk some horses on the screen.
If that's what you're into.
This guy
My
could be
nephew
me.
played too. The machine is called Guesser or something.
Cool.
I used to go to arcades back in my day. I played Street Combat 2 a lot. Does that game still exist?
It sure does. The fifth one's out now.
I never really got into it like you kids. Sports were always my biggest passion.
Nothing wrong with that.
Alright for fuel. Yeah, don't need rest, don't need fuel. Got on the right side of the road. Come on, go. Go. Bastard. Oh, thanks, Muffins. I've got that on PC, but the more updates they've thrown out for that, it got a little bit ropey on my PC. So I'm probably going to wait to see how that runs on console when it comes out. And when they release that on console, if they release a version that's in line with the PC version and it runs really well, then I might pick that up, because it's a good price as well. It was on PC anyway. It was about 18 quid on PC. So if it's roughly around about the same price on console when it launches, with all the fixes and it runs smooth, then I'll probably grab that, you know, because I quite enjoyed that. I like the different stuff it brings to the table with regards to being able to get out the truck, and when you're connecting your trailer you have to connect all the cables and the hydraulics and stuff like that, and the winch. You have to winch the stabilisers down. You have to go in shops and buy food and sleep in your cab and cook food in your cab with a microwave that you got in there. Some really interesting ideas that brings. Yeah, the truck feels really heavy as well when you're trying to bring it to a standstill at lights. Very nice. Come on, God, how long's this thing on red for? Right, you need to hurry up now then.
Well, we're here. Welcome home.
You just literally drive straight in here.
Clint and I spent 9 weeks together. He's a great guy. Not only did he help me find my footing in the new job, but he also gave me a fresh perspective of my self-worth. He taught me how to have more confidence, which for one reason or another I had always struggled to maintain. Clint provided me with the best training possible, showing me a number of useful tricks, and all the ins and outs of an 18-wheeler. We also talked about my father quite a bit. In Clint's words, he was a quiet guy, but opened up amongst friends. They were really close. Clint said my father talked about me all the time and took good care of my mom, trying to make sure we had everything we needed. He was working hard at keeping our family together until the tornado tore us apart. I got a job at Furious Delivery Company. Clint recommended me, and I hope we'll stay in touch with him. Now it's high time for me to make something of myself.
Right, let's see what's next.
There he is, the son of a legend. How's it going, Nathan?
Can't complain. Thanks again for the opportunity.
Clint is the one you should be thanking. I don't really need any new drivers right now, but having Charles's son aboard is something else. Welcome to the team. This is James, our main dispatcher.
Nice to meet you, Nathan. I knew your father. He was a great man and a real hero.
Thanks.
He's a
Where
serial
should I
killer.
start?
Given your time spent with a veteran like Clint and your success so far, we're tossing you right into the deep end. Construction materials.
Okay.
As you probably already know, we use all possible communication channels, including email. But as an old-school dispatcher, I prefer voice communication.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks. I'll talk to you once you're in the truck to give you further instructions.
Sounds good. I'll get going now.
Leave sooner, drive slower, and live longer. Trucker's motto. Oh, and good luck.
Chapter complete.
Hi again.
Hey,
How's the machine?
it's a beast.
Glad to hear that. Now, back to business. Some construction materials need to be transported. The company is Zid. We're talking cement. 11.3 tons in total.
Yeah, no problem. What's the address?
The delivery is stored near Jamiestown and must be delivered to the construction site near Oak Valley Farm.
Roger that.
I like how you communicate. It's like I'm talking to an experienced driver.
9 weeks with Clint will do that to you.
For sure. Listen, young man. Take a word of advice, and I'll let you do your thing.
I'm listening.
Much like Clint, I'm old school myself. I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah,
In the future, you'll likely work with other dispatchers around your age or even younger. Today's dispatchers are rarely ex-truckers. Old school truckers like myself know what a driver deals with on a day-to-day basis. A present-day dispatcher is often just a kid with a computer. They mostly care what the software says and sometimes disregard the driver. But don't pick fights with them unless you're trying to give yourself a headache. They'll always want to be in charge of your schedule, but at the end of the day, you'll need to be on the same page. Just remember to never make any definite promises. Dispatchers are often pressured by the sales team, who give customers false promises themselves. But no matter what goods you get, you always say that you'll do your best to deliver them as instructed by the customer. Nothing more, nothing less. You have no way of knowing what could happen on the road. So no guarantees.
thanks for the advice, James.
Ha! You still have a long way to go, young man. You're going to face lots of challenges, and you'll make mistakes, which will either make you a better trucker or make you give up on this job forever.
I don't expect it to be easy.
That's good. Listen, we had a nice talk. I've got to go now. If you have any questions, speak up now or feel free to call me or email me later. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Bit dangerous this is now, because I don't think I can get there with 10%. I might have to give it a go. So how do I drive this truck? I'm assuming if I've got it selected like that, then when I hold to exit, you'll drive. Alright, let's go take this for a spin. Sweet, it's sucky, you know, what's going on? Got a bug here because my truck won't move. Thing is, if I save it, I reckon it's going to be like this when I load back in. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There is no dialogue. Wait till the dialogue finishes, it says. There is no dialogue. Oh. I can't reverse. Is there... I thought I spotted this in the menu. Let's see what this does. This truck won't reverse. That won't go forward. I had a game breaking bug on the Xbox because I crashed the truck, and when I spawned back in, all the screen was white. I could hear noises, I could hear the engine and everything, but I couldn't see anything. All the screen was just white. See if this is drivable. No, I've got a game-breaking bug here. Then I'll have to literally start the game again. Because it will not drive. Game-breaking buggy is odious because I've pulled into a garage to look at another truck. I've come out the garage and I can't drive any of the trucks. And this is kind of why I'm glad, and I said I couldn't recommend this for 50 quid. But at the moment, I couldn't recommend it for 25 quid. If I've got a game-breaking bug, because I had a game-breaking bug on the Xbox as well that forced me start the game again. From scratch, right from the very beginning. Because I crashed the truck on the Xbox, I was playing it, and I crashed the truck at a junction, and the truck was so damaged beyond repair, it got teleported or fast-travelled to the nearest garage, and when I spawned in, all the screen was white. I could hear all the sound effects and all the dialogue, but my screen was literally white, and I had to start again. I've reloaded it, I've tried everything. Unless it's to do with my stamina. Might have to see if I let my stamina go all the way down and see what happens. Because even my RPM's going up. But I'm not moving. Now I'm on 0. You fell asleep, this cannot end well. Right, hopefully this fixes it. But it's still not a good look, is it? Right. No, I still can't reverse, so I won't be able to get any trailers. And that seems to be my top speed now as well. I haven't accidentally enabled bloody manual gears or something daft, have I? Shift up is X, shift down is circle. It doesn't switch to manual gears when you've come out the tutorial, does it? Why would it do that? What the game? Not at all, Muffins, no. It makes me thankful that I did get the game for free. Because had I got this off, had I bought this off Amazon or eBay and paid that extortionate price, I can't find anything about auto gears. Can't find anything. I can see somebody who's using steering wheel on the PC version who's complaining about not being able to reverse, but they're just saying reset his pedals and all kinds of stuff. Let's reset settings. Sure, chaps.
Hey,
How's the machine?
it's a beast.
Glad to hear that. Now, back to business. Some construction materials need to be transported. The company is Zid. We're talking cement. 11.3 tons in total.
Yeah, no problem. What's the address?
The delivery is stored near Jamie-town and must be delivered to the construction site near Oak Valley Farm.
Roger that.
I like how you communicate. It's like I'm talking to an experienced driver.
9 weeks with Clint will do that to you.
For sure. Listen, young man. Take a word of advice, and I'll let you do your thing.
I'm listening.
Much like Clint, I'm old school myself. I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
In the future, you'll likely work with other dispatchers around your age or even younger. Today's dispatchers are rarely ex-truckers. Old school truckers like myself know what a driver deals with on a day-to-day basis. A present-day dispatcher is often just a kid with a computer. They mostly care what the software says and sometimes disregard the driver. But don't pick fights with them unless you're trying to give yourself a headache. They'll always want to be in charge of your schedule, but at the end of the day, you'll need to be on the same page. Just remember to never make any definite promises. Dispatchers are often pressured by the sales team who give customers false promises themselves. But no matter what goods you get, you always say that you'll do your best to deliver them as instructed by the customer. Nothing more, nothing less. You have no way of knowing what could happen on the road, so no guarantees.
Thanks for the advice, James.
Ha! You still have a long way to go, young man. You're gonna face lots of challenges, and you'll make mistakes, which will either make you a better trucker or make you give up on this job forever.
I don't expect it to be easy.
That's good.
It is, yes, serious. It is.
Listen, we had a nice talk. I've got to go now. If you have any questions, speak up now or feel free to call me or email me later. Good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you later.
The Xbox version didn't force me into manual gears, so I don't get it. To make sure I haven't accidentally enabled something here, which... Right, I'm going to call it there then. Hang on, what's that yellow symbol? There's a yellow symbol down there on the phone that's now lit up. which I don't think was before. I'm gonna, is that Wheels? I'm gonna have to. I'll contact them in Discord and ask them. But he didn't do this on Xbox because I've done one more on my Xbox playthrough. I've done 2 more missions beyond this point, and he didn't switch me. He didn't force me to go into manual gears. So I'll reach out to them on Discord. So I'm gonna knock that on the head here. There's no one on who I can raid, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna end it as is, and I might catch up with you again tonight. So take it easy, everyone, and we'll speak soon. Yeah, we did. I did. I was going to go off around about now anyway. Had it not done this, I'd have probably done one more mission. But yeah, it's kind of forced my hand a little bit, to be fair. So I'm not rage quitting. I'm going to grab some food. I'm going to reach out to them on Discord and see what happens. And ask them about it, because I didn't recall doing it on the Xbox version. But thanks again for stopping by, everyone, and sticking around. And I'll catch up with you later.